Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Allison. I'm associate professor here at the University of Iowa, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity to talk about some technologies that can potentially promote healthy aging. And just already mentioned about that for my research, I leverage my training in both nursing and health informatics to improve dementia care. I focus on support dementia caregiving, pain management, and also try to understand the groups of common multimorbidities in patients with dementia. And I appreciate my projects have been funded by Soulmate Center here and also Alzheimer's Association and NIH for me to work on research to improve dementia care. So before we begin, I just want to declare I do not have a conflict of interest to report the contents and technologies I mentioned in this presentation is mainly for your information, give you some ideas how technologies can promote healthy aging. I do not have financial or personal relationships with those technology or their company. And so let's begin. So according to CDC, healthy aging really emphasize on how to take care of physical, mental, and cognitive health as we age. And that involves how we can stay active, eating healthy diets, stay socially connected, and then also effectively managing chronic conditions. And so let's look at the aging population globally and also in the United States. The population aging is happening much faster than before in the history. And the number of people aged 60 and older globally is expected to double from 1 billion in 2020 to 2 billion by 2025. And by 2030, 1 in 6 people globally, they will be 60 or older. And in the United States, older adults, they will outnumber children by 2034. The older adult population has become one of the fast growing population. This demographic shifts, they bring both opportunities and also challenges as we need to make sure our current systems and services that can support aging populations. So when we look at the aging population in the United States, there are some positive trends, like people right now have higher education levels and then also lower poverty rates. But there are also some significant challenges we need to tackle, like our older adults, we have higher obesity rates, we have more chronic conditions than before, and also more older adults, they are live alone, especially for women, older adults, and also a growing caregiving gaps. Those are especially obvious for low-income families and also people with dementia. And technologies, they have a potential to play a role in addressing those challenges we just mentioned, like caregiving gaps or people live alone. And they also can promote healthy aging. They can support older adults, help them to live independently and safely, and also stay connected with friends, families, and also access to healthcare or healthcare information more easily. So here's a question for you. Can you guys share what kind of technology do you use for every day? You can kind of just speak out, share, or enter your response in chat box. Chusa, can you help me monitor the chat box?
I am doing it and I was replying to it. I see
Apple Watch, cell phone.
Yeah. Cell phone.
Cell phones, yeah, Google Maps, laptops, yeah, laptops. I see a lot of Google Home. Oh, that's
And
great.
Google Home, that's great.
Google Home. iPad, laptop, cell phones, Outlook, Dell iPhones. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are using a lot of technologies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. Yeah, so I will mention some technologies I think you guys will feel like familiar because you already use that in your daily life. And that is really good for you because that provide a lot of convenience. Yeah. And so next one, I want to talk about some smart home technologies that can enhance independence and safety in daily life. So there are a lot of voice activated assistants right now available. For example, like Amazon Alexa and also Google Assistants, because they are really catching on with older adults because they are so easy to use. And then they also offer a lot of different functions and features. You can ask them to remind you about your appointments or your medication by just saying, "Hey, Alexa, set a reminder to take my medication at 11 a.m." My 3 years old son, he can even use this one to kind of like ask Alexa to play music or play music for him. Yeah. And those voice activated assistants, you can use them for a lot of things. You can ask them to make calls, play music, ask questions, and also even order groceries. So I think that those functions will be really helpful for older adults, especially if they live alone and they are just like a companion at home. And does anyone use some AI, some like new AI tools like ChatGPT or Copilot right now? Oh, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see some people
And
raise their hand. That is really good. Did you want to share?
I use Chat GPT.
Oh my God, so cool. Can you share like how you use it?
Okay, I used it for research
Oh,
because
that's
I wanted to find out if I should get an electric powered water heater or a gas powered water heater. So it was comparing the two.
yeah. And how useful do you think for this?
Oh, I think it could be very useful.
Can be really useful. Yeah.
I've used it for landscaping plans,
oh,
Chat GPT, and
Yeah.
there are other things that I can't remember, but the comparing the water heaters and the landscaping were the main things I remember using it for.
That is really good. I think ChatGPT or Copilot, you can also them to do a lot of planning for you, like you mentioned about the landscaping or some even like a travel plans, meal plans, or exercise plans. They can do a lot of things for you as long as you kind of give them some information or what plans you are looking for. They can do a lot of things. And they can also provide a lot of information. Even like sometimes not all the informations are 100% accurate. Currently, I also use large language model like ChatGPT in my research. I use them, I kind of modify them a little bit, and then I give them evidence-based information, and then I use them to help family caregivers to give them accurate and reliable evidence-based information on how to manage symptoms at home for their care recipient or families with dementia. So they can be like really useful.
Hmm.
And just additional information right now, so many AI tools are available, and they have like various function. Kitty is that really hard to see or
And then there's a paid version.
Okay, for Chat GPT.
Wait, I should
oh
turn.
yeah, there are just a lot of like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, just so many different AI tools. And then if you are interested to learn like different types of AI tools, you can visit University of Iowa's Information and Technology Services website. They kind of like list all the available technology AI tools right now, and then they write down their functions, descriptions, and then they provide a link to that tools. So if you are interested, feel free to kind of look at and then find the one suits you the best. Yeah. And some smart home devices like smart lighting, smart thermostats, those are kind of offer many benefits for people, not only for older adult, but for like everyone. The automated smart lighting, they can enhance safety, and then they can also potentially prevent faults for older adults. And smart thermostats, they also allow control temperature for maximum comforts. Those devices, they can manage from your smartphone and also, or just like simple voice commands. So they can also enhance the energy efficiency. And some safety devices like a security camera or medical alert systems, they can really enhance older adult safety. Home security cameras, they can monitor the home, remotely, and also help you check if your family is doing okay. And some medical alert systems that can detect faults, they also have GPS tracking to know where your families is, and then also even provide medical call for family members if there is an emergency. Has anyone used any of those safety devices? Yeah. There are some commercially available safety devices, and NIH, they also found some companies developing those technologies. So I think right now there are a lot of researches keep going on because some people feel like some fault detect functions, they create a lot of false alarms. So definitely kind of like more research to have more research work on that and then enhance its accuracy and reliability.
Yeah, I see in the chat box, people are using the smart lighting, and I also use the Ring for security cameras, and maybe there are more out there that I don't know.
Yeah, there are actually a lot. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Sam. And next one, I want to talk about some mobility and also work assistance. So because falls are one of the most serious issues for older adults, they have a lot of negative consequence. So some smartwatches, they have built-in fall detect functions. If a fall is detected, the watch can automatically alert emerging services or their families. And there are a lot of options, and yeah. And not only the smartwatch, but there are also some technologies they can monitor your gait and balance to help with fall preventions. They use sensors to track walking and balance, and then provide feedback and then alerts. They can detect some subtle changes in your gait and balance, and then that remind you maybe you have a high risk of fallings. And recently, Vanderbilt University, they also developed smart cans. They can proactively monitor and detect fall risk early on. Yeah, and this is funded by federal and also tested by the Vanderbilt University. So if you are interested, you can search more on their research. And there are also some AI-powered cameras. They can analyze how people move in real time and then spot those they have a higher risk of fallings. They can alert family caregivers for potential fall risks, and then allowing for more timely interventions. And some recent technologies, they are also radars or lidars technologies. They use radars and laser signals to detect faults and then monitor movements without needing cameras. So, which is really good for privacy. And for people, if they need some work assistance, there are some advanced wheelchairs and then also ankle exoskeletons that can provide work assistance. And then that definitely can enhance older adults, their mobilities and also independence. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing this information, Chilsa. And there are also some technologies they can promote health and well-being for older adults at home. So like some smartwatch, Apple Watch, Fitbits, and then also blood pressure monitors, they can track they can monitor vital signs, they can track vital signs, monitor activity levels, and also detect faults. And then they can also provide medication reminders. Those devices support overall health management and also enhance safety for users. And there are more and more brain training apps. They are good for keep the mind sharp. They help maintain cognitive functions, improve memory, and also boost attentions. And VR right now also offer a lot of therapeutic applications. They can provide cognitive simulation. They can offer virtual travel experience. And then right now they are even helping with pain management. We have one research have been testing VR to improve pain management in our College of Nursing. And social media and communication platform like Facebook, FaceTime, WhatsApp, those are kind of help older adults can stay connected with families and friends and also reduce loneliness. And there are also a lot of like online communities and forums. They specifically designed for older adults with similar interests, so can help them get connected and share experience. And this is not only for older adult. I think this is also especially helpful for family caregivers, especially if they like to share their caregiving experience and find some additional support from their groups. And entertainment, there are like tablets and e-readers like iPad, Kindles. They provide access to books, games, streaming services, and also online courses. Rosa could be a really great tool for entertainment and also learning. And like we mentioned, AI tools, ChatGPT, Copilots, they can answer questions, provide helpful information, and also potentially offer companionships. And those could be really great tool for daily supports and engagements. Yeah. And here I also want to briefly kind of like talk. Currently, my research, we use AI to voice activate AI virtual assistant tools that support family that provide information for family caregivers. So if you are interested in participate some research related to dementia care, feel free to email me or contact me. And are there any like other questions or experience people would like to share?
I have a question. We can use all these technologies, but there are some costs related to it. Some of like the security, like Ring, asked me to subscribe their services. And do you want to share any like benefits of paying those, or maybe the free versions may be okay for us to use it? Yeah, so just wondered about, have you thought about utilizing a cost?
You say about the cost, like
Yeah, the cost.
yeah, I think this is a huge issue. Currently, I think most of roads can technology kind of like you have to pay for road services. Not really, they are not reimbursed by kind of like insurance or like some healthcare institutions. I think this is a huge issues for kind of like currently we do not provide, we do not kind of like reimburse for older adult use or family caregiver use. And I think this is one thing kind of currently some people working on policy change, try like in the futures hope those can be kind of paid for older adult use because they definitely improve their well-being and health, and then they can reduce a lot of like negative consequences like falls or some chronic conditions. Yeah. So I heard a lot of this kind of like say, hey, my insurance, can they pay if I use certain kind of like cognition training apps? But currently, this yeah kind of just those are kind of pay by yourself.
Yeah, that would be great if we
Yeah.
can
Another
pay
thing I
some
kind of want to
services.
bring out
Mhm.
about the public transportation, we
Mm.
have a lot of people that have mild cognitions, mild cognitive impairment or like a decline in their cognition, but they live in the rural area, they still have to drive. So we kind of encourage like caregivers or people, hey, maybe you should not drive because this is not safe for you, but they have to drive because there is no public transportation for them or kind of like some reimbursement for them to use public transportation. So they still drive. Yeah. So I think the cost and kind of like the infrastructure, those are definitely a huge issues for us um, to work on.
Yes, and then we're so worried about like privacy issues. If we're wearing any like watch or using the Alexa,
Mhm.
are they collecting any our information and use it publicly or?
Mhm. Yeah, I think they collect information, but they do not share kind of publicly. And then one thing is, so like the AI right now, a lot of AI tools, they definitely collect our information. So if you think this is really private, you don't want people to see, please do not enter those information to your AI tools, because it will kind of just upload to the cloud, and then kind of like a technology developer, they will look at those information like they will use to improve their services and their response. So one thing like right now our UI, we have signed a contract with Copilot, the AI tool, and then they provide some data security, so that is safer for people work in the UI if you use Copilot. However, for the chat GPT, I think privacy is another issue right now, haven't been kind of like well addressed. Yeah, so I will say if this is your personal information, do not enter those information to the uh to the uh to the AI tools. Like yeah, especially they are free. And one thing is like you mentioned about the like the technology company right now, like collect the information, but I think they they protect some of your privacy. But one thing is like they don't share with other people all, but I think they definitely use them to analyze, to use them to improve their services. Yeah.
Any other questions from the audience or things to just share? What kind of technology you use? What anything that benefits you more than the other technology?
And one thing, let me to add, I haven't included this in my slide, but I think I will share one page from the NIH because some of the technologies I mentioned here actually is funded by the NIH. They have done more testing, and then they really make sure to the data privacy and data security issues. So they kind of like it's more safer to use. Um, so I will provide the link to the NIH website so you can see some technology actually is supported by NIA, and then they have a higher standard for data security and privacy. So that's safer. And a lot of commercially available technologies everywhere, but the privacy or data security, we cannot guarantee. Yeah.
Yes. Like one time I was talking with my friend on certain things, and it gotten shown on my Facebook and Instagram ads on those products. So I got really scared of those experiences. Yeah. Yeah. One time I was talking about the college preps and everything, and those college like prep consultation company ads are coming through my so social network. So that was really new for me. Yeah, I see many people joined in with iPads or laptop or iPhone. Maybe the people who today, you guys are great at using the technology than others, one step forward than other people around. And it must have been communicated through Soulmate Center, but I see you guys are more up to date on the communication from like University of Iowa or Soulmate Center. So if you can teach your friends or loved ones to use technologies like you, that will be awesome. Yes. So I guess any other questions or comments to Dr. Ching?
And I think next time, because this time the topic is really broad to promote healthy aging, and then there are so many aspects we can talk about. But if like we narrow down in one topics, we can kind of go more deeper and then review the current evidence on that. So I think that like see like which topics people they are most interested. Yeah, like fall prevention or cognitive health. Physical activities. Yeah. So if we can narrow down in certain topics, that I think that we can kind of talk more about on that.
Yeah, Joyce shared that she is skeptical of the safety. Yes, like targeting ads are the worst ones. Yes, yeah. I received ones and then I don't know like how to prevent it. And I see this website being very helpful. I didn't know this website exists. So maybe we can search up some products. From this website, that would be great. Yeah, I feel like it's, stalking me. Oh, are there any technologies that you're aware of to monitor the loved ones with cognitive impairment? Like
AirTag, yeah.
AirTag. Mike was sharing that AirTag in their shoes or any like wearable devices or anything that you like with GPS systems.
Yeah, I think there are some we mentioned some like there are some so they like a security camera or medical alert system. They have a GPS tracking. So let me put this. I know. Can I put this in chat box?
Yes, that would be
Okay.
great.
So there are some, you can search more. I kind of just list some examples. Security cameras, and security cameras. They can kind of you can monitor your home and your loved one, families remotely, and also medical alert system. They kind of like can they have a GPS function and that also can detect falls. I think that is good for people if they have mild cognitive impairments. Yeah.
Can I add something to
Yeah,
that?
sure.
I've also heard from folks who just use kind of the share my location feature on your phone. And obviously that depends on if someone is carrying a phone or utilizes a phone regularly. But I think that that's another option that may be connected to existing technology that is used. But again, that's fully dependent on what that looks like for that individual and that your family system.
Yeah.
Yes, I find it useful to see like find my iPhone feature from to find my daughter or son. Yeah, can we re-listen to this presentation? Yeah, Sam says yes, and we'll
Thank
keep you
you.
posted for the recordings. And yes, technologies definitely has their ins and outs, but I'm looking forward to more technologies available to us, and with protecting our privacy and with a cheaper cost. I think the policy needs to help us more to really develop more technologies that can really help people, but also protect people.
Yeah. One thing is like I think as a kind of like a research intensive university, I think we work really hard to kind of developing technologies or tools that can support dementia care or healthy aging. And then during our research development and testing, we try our best to not let people pay anything. Chusa is the same in your research too, right? For my research, I have app for dementia caregiving. It's free like during the development and also the testing. But after that, if like people want to continue use, we really because we have continued to update, maintain, that will require some fees. But we working really hard like to see if like as the research intensive university, are we able to have like some funds or resources can really support people use those technologies. I think those are our goals, try to help more people. And yeah, so I think that definitely kind of need a policy system and entire community to work on that. Yeah.
All right. Unless you have any questions to Dr. Chi, Dr. Chi will linger and I will linger around for 5 more minutes. But otherwise, this presentation is done so that you can enjoy some nice weather outside. Although technology is wonderful, the nature is best of the best. Now they gave a present gift with the sunlight and nice weather in March. So hope you guys can enjoy some of your walk and feel free to contact us for any questions or concerns or just suggestions. This is our last speaker series, but the recordings from sleep, physical activity, and dementia caregiving is also available. So if you have time, please stay connected and let us know how you're doing. All right. So have a great morning, afternoon, wherever you are at, and we'll see you next time with different types of webinars.
Yeah, and Michael, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I see you for your experience in the chat box. So thank you so much for sharing.